of the most fundamental aspects of our religion is prayer. It is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself, a means for us to connect with him 5 times a day and even more. But it is something that can be a bit difficult to learn. And so in this video, we wanted to take some time to just demonstrate exactly how to pray, the mechanics of it. So I'm going to ask my friend Fraz to please step up here so that I can go through the motions of prayer and show exactly what has to be done as well as what's required at different parts. So when you begin prayer, you begin with what's known as the takbir tahrima. This is when you put your hands up, your thumbs touching your earlobes. Go ahead, Fraz, if you can imitate that for me. Your thumbs just graze. They don't actually have to touch, just the idea of getting in that direction, in that way. Your thumb should come up here, your hands like this, and then you say Allahu Akbar. This is symbolizing that once we do so, and then we fold our hands across, once we do so, we are leaving everything behind. We don't eat anymore, we don't talk anymore, we don't do anything except focus on the prayer. This action that we do in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So after you put your hands up and say Allahu Akbar, as you saw, Fraz folded his hands. And you're going to want to do it in a way where your hands just come. According to the madhab or the school of thought that I follow, your hands will go down in this area, right around your navel. And so as you can see here, Fraz has his hands crossed. His hands are right on top of each other. They're right on his navel. That's exactly how you want to be. An important note to mention is that the prayer of a sister is slightly different. And so we have Sister Patricia here to be able to demonstrate for that aspect as well. So for sisters, when you begin, Sister Patricia will put her hands not to her ears, but rather closer to her shoulders, to this area here. And she'll say Allahu Akbar to begin her prayer. And then she'll fold her hands and put them closer to her chest area. Now here, she's putting her hands over top of her hijab. Generally, when you pray, women should put their hands underneath their hijab, and that's the better position. So as you notice, she's switching here. Now, once you begin the prayer, then you obviously have to start saying certain things. So what's called the thana is what comes immediately after you begin your prayer. And so once you begin the prayer, you begin by reciting the thana, and it's going to come up on the screen for you to see. After you recite the thana, then you recite Surah Al-Fatiha. This is the first chapter of the Quran, the first pages of the Quran. This is what we see. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in, Ihdina as-Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim, Ghayri al-Maghdubi alayhim wa ad-Dallin. Now this is going to be recited in your heart when you are praying by yourself. Whether it's a prayer that is normally said out loud, such as Maghrib or Isha or Fajr, which is to say the sunset prayer, the night prayer, and the morning prayer. These 3 are ones which are recited out loud in congregation. However, if you're by yourself, you can choose to recite it out loud, or you can choose to recite it in your heart. Then there's the 2 daytime prayers, the midday prayer, which is known as Dhuhr, and then Asr, which is the latter day prayer. So these 2 prayers are recited silently, whether in congregation or by yourself. Now Fraz here, as you can see, he's, at least in this example, he would be reciting the thana, then he would recite Surah Al-Fatiha, and then he would recite what is easy from the Quran. Now, what is easy from the Quran, the scholars have said that this refers to generally a minimum of 3 verses from the Quran. Or, if it's easier for you, perhaps 1 longer verse. So, Fraz here, he's recited his thana, he's recited Surah Fatiha, and he's recited 1 surah. There are going to be some examples that we have for you to be able to recite that will be easy. You can take a screenshot and utilize that. Now, Fraz, once he's completed those aspects, the next thing he's going to do is say Allahu Akbar and go into what's known as ruku'. This is the bowing position. So go ahead, Fraz. Notice that his hands will be on his knees covering, and his back, he's going to be about as flat as he can, and he's going to be leaning forward, looking down at the ground. Okay? This is the position known as ruku'. Okay, this is bending over. This is a bow of sorts. And at this point, you're going to say, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. It'll come up on the screen here. Then you stand up, go ahead Faraz, and you say, Sami Allahu liman hamida. Okay, now this is saying that Allah hears the one who praises Him. Once you've said that, before you go down, you say one more thing. Rabbana walakal hamd. And again, the transliteration will come up on the screen for you here. And then once you've said those two things, Sami Allahu liman hamida, Rabbana walakal hamd. Now you're going to go down into the prostration position. Your knees coming down, hands. Notice his position here. So his hands are by his sides here. You see, his body is down. He's got a good position where he's extended a bit. For men, your position will be such that you kind of lean out a bit. Sisters are going to try and be a bit more compact when they're in that position of sajda. And in this position, you will recite Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. And you'll recite that 3 times. Just as you recited Subhana Rabbi al-Azim 3 times in the ruku' position. Then you sit up and just sit in this position. The sunnah or the way of the messenger of our Prophet ﷺ was such that when he sat, his right foot would be upturned and his left foot would be underneath. So this is a position that you can sit in. It's not of the most importance. Now you notice how Faraz is sitting. He's sitting here, he's got his hands right there, like that, and now he's not saying anything. Some schools of thought believe that at this time you recite some things such as Rabbi ghfirli. However, according to the school of thought that I follow, you do not recite anything. So now, once you sit there for just a moment, then you will go right back down into that position of prostration. And Allahu Akbar. Every movement should be done with Allahu Akbar, except when you come up from the position of ruku'. Okay, now Faraz is here, he's saying Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. Now he stands up, Allahu Akbar, because that is the completion of the first unit of prayer. So once the first unit of prayer is complete, now he's going to stand up, his hands are back at this position here, and he's going to go ahead and recite Surah Al-Fatiha again, and he's going to recite a simple, short surah as well. Once he's completed that, once again, he's going to go right back to ruku', Subhana Rabbi al-Azim 3 times. Okay, now he's completed that. He comes up, Sami Allahu liman hamida, Rabbana wa lakal hamd. No, this is the only time that you move during prayer that you do not say Allahu Akbar. This is the only time. You say Sami Allahu liman hamida, Rabbana wa lakal hamd. Now Faraz will go down again, Allahu Akbar, into that same position, stretching out a bit and being in this position as a man. Again, for his sister, she's going to be a bit more compact. And then he's going to be reciting Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. Then he sits up. And once he sits up, he just sits there quietly and then goes back down. Allahu Akbar, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. Now he sits up. Now because this is the second unit of prayer, he will sit here. This is called Qa'da Ula. This is the first sitting. And so he will sit there and he'll recite some words that we say in this position, and which will come up again on the screen. And at the end of it, when he begins to say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, notice that his finger is going to come up. And this one finger is going to come up. He's going to be saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. And once he starts saying, Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, once he begins saying, Wa ashhadu, he's going to bring that finger down. And he's going to say, Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, put his hand back flat. And then at that point, if it's the Fajr prayer, or if it's any other 2-unit prayer, he'll continue on with what's known as the durood. That will come up on the screen again. If he recites the durud, then he's going to continue on after that, making some certain du'as or prayers of the Prophet ﷺ. These are not required, these are all extra. And so once he completes that, he will go ahead and do taslim. So he'll turn his head to the right and say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And then he'll turn his head to the left and say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So demonstrate how you would do that, Faraz. Just a very quick, simple motion, turning to the right and saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And then turning to the left, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, looking to the shoulder. Now that's for a 2-unit prayer. Faraz is going to be in this position doing the tahiyyah, and then once he puts his finger down, he's going to stand back up. This is for a 3 or 4-unit prayer. 3-unit being for the sunset prayer, Maghrib, or 4-unit for any of the others such as Dhuhr, Asr, or Isha. So now he's standing here, he's going to go ahead and recite Surah Al-Fatiha only, okay? Only Surah Fatiha in a mandatory prayer. He's only going to recite in this 3rd and 4th unit, he will only recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Once he recites Surah Al-Fatiha, he goes down into this position of ruku', Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. Now he stands up. Again, Sami Allahu liman hamida, Rabbana wa lakal hamd. Now back down, Allahu Akbar. And then he'll go through the motions and continue and sit up, say Allahu Akbar and sit up, and then he'll go back down, and then he's saying Allahu Akbar and say Subhana Rabbiyal A'la 3 times. Now he'll stand up because this is the 3rd unit. The only time you would sit during a 3rd unit is during the Maghrib prayer, the sunset prayer. So now he is here once again. He's only going to recite Surah Al-Fatiha. He's going to continue reciting until he finishes. Then he says Allahu Akbar and goes to ruku'. And now he's in this position here. Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. Now he stands up. Sami Allahu liman hamida, Rabbana wa lakal hamd. And now once again he goes down to the position of prostration known as sujood. Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. Now he sits up. And then he goes right back down for sujood, saying Allahu Akbar with every movement, and then finally sits up. This is called Qa'da Akhira. This is the very last sitting. And this is here in this 4th unit. This is what we call Qa'da Akhira because it's a mandatory 4th rak'ah, mandatory 4th unit. And he's completing it the same way. He says the tahiyyat, this dua as we mentioned before. Once he completes that with Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, he puts his finger down. Now he continues with durud. And once the durud is complete, then he'll recite any du'as that he knows. And then he will once again, he'll do the taslim, the salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And this is a 4-unit prayer as we know it. This will be mandatory for Dhuhr, for Asr, and for Isha. Again, the midday prayer, the later day prayer, and the night prayer are 4 units. The morning prayer, Fajr, is 2 units. The sunset prayer, Maghrib, is 3 units. Just to give a small note, when you do 4 units of any supererogatory or additional, what we also call sunnah prayer, you will at that point, in the 3rd and 4th unit, you will additionally recite a surah, a short surah after the Surah Fatiha, in the 3rd and 4th. So in a supererogatory, not a mandatory prayer, you will additionally recite after Surah Fatiha, you'll recite a surah in the 3rd unit. You'll go to ruku', sujood, stand back up, and then you'll recite Surah Fatiha for the 4th unit, and then you will once again recite one more surah, and then go for ruku', sujood, and you will complete your prayer. That's the basics of prayer. If you're just learning how to pray for the first time, this isn't a very famous, position or opinion, but if you are just learning how to pray, do your best to memorize it. But if you're having trouble, even still, take it and put it in front of you while you pray and read off of it. This will allow you to be able to learn how to pray, to be able to establish just the basic mechanics of prayer and get you in a position to be able to know exactly what to say during the prayer. If you have any questions, of course, you're always welcome to come to see me at ICOM, at the Islamic Center of Owings Mills. And I hope that this video was helpful to you if you've been struggling to know how to pray.